What else? So something tells me you got a gripe with Kacheri. Expound on that.
Is he gonna see this?
If he's an avid viewer of Channel 13.
He might be. I mean, it's his state, so. All right. Well, I mean, I think that he's wrong to lay off all these state workers. I mean, I think that there's really only a handful of people qualified to do his job right now, and he's not one of them, personally. And that hurts me to say because up until recently, I was a Republican. And now with the given state of things in Washington and the war overseas and all that, I don't think that we need a Republican in the White House in 2008, and I don't think that we need a Republican really in the State House in 2010, unless that Republican is Warwick Mayor Scott Avedisian.
Wow. Rich?
But I'd settle for Link Chafee also.
John McCain's running mate is Sarah Palin.
Yes.
We all know her. She says that if you've been a victim of rape or incest, you should not be able to get an abortion. Your opinion?
I agree.
She also banned books from libraries and then fired the librarian for putting them back on the shelf. Your opinion?
Well, what books were they? I don't know. Does anyone even read books anymore?
Does it matter what books it was?
Does anyone even read books anymore? And if she banned, like, Girls Gone Wild from the shelves of, FYE. I don't think that's a book. Well, what were they, like, cute, cuddly Dr. Seuss books, or what? I didn't know anything about that.
No, it was books like I have my mommy's a guy and my daddy's a guy. You know?
Oh. Is that the book she banned? All right, well, I don't agree with that. I mean, who the hell is the Republican Party, or mainly, who the fuck is the Catholic Church to tell people how to run their lives? I have a big problem with the Catholic Church.
No, but there's politics. I mean, there's religion and politics.
I have a big problem with either the church or the state telling you how to live your life, telling you that if you're a gay man, you can't marry another gay man. Who the fuck are you to say that? And I'm not gay, but I'm not available either. But, sorry.
I forget.
Spoken for.
The books were something like that.
I love you.
Yeah, something like that. My Two Daddies, brother. But you think that, My Two Daddies is a book. You think that should be in public schools for kids to read, or you think that should be taken on the parental level, or?
There might be kids in public schools that have a similar situation to that, so why not? That's part of the world today. We can't hide from the issue that there are gay parents out there. I don't think it's a bad thing.
That's a good answer.
Hi, my name's Kim, and I'm from Warwick, and I'd like to talk about the increasing automation of society. You kind of notice it a couple years ago. They started with those self-checkout lanes at the supermarket, and it's really fast, and it's really convenient, and they're trying to push the convenience. And then it was at Home Depot where, I really want to be able to check out my 20 pounds of lumber by myself, because that's real fun, And all these different stores are going towards automation, or that's probably the wrong word, but automating is probably better. Automating everything, and then you go into Stop and Shop nowadays, and they're trying to push this new gun device on you where it's scan your own produce and scan your own this and that, so you save a lot more money and put more cashiers out of a job and more baggers, and insert this quarter so that, you have to put the carriages back in the right place. So now there goes another job for a shopping person, for a person who's going to go take the cots. And a lot of these low-level jobs are disappearing. Or you go to New Hampshire, and now it's automating all the tolls. So now there's nobody collecting tolls, and you have to have the tag on your car so you can be tracked as to where you go. And it's just going down this line where it's like, a certain segment of the population is going to have no place left to work pretty soon. And that's just wrong. That's not America. Yeah, go ahead.
Question.
Yep.
Your opinion of Sarah Palin, John McCain's running mate?
Generally, Okay, I have problems with her. One being that her only experience is pretty much this very small town in Alaska that she ran, and then she was governor of Alaska for a little while, and she really didn't do much. Yeah, she wants to drill the wildlife, which I have a problem with because there's not really enough oil there to sustain us for the long haul. And I think we need to save that in case there's an emergency, like, say, the Middle East doesn't want to give us any more because we're being such pains in the asses over there, and we won't leave. So that's one thing. Secondly, she's pro-life, which I have a problem with. Not that I don't like pro-lifers, I just feel that she wants to take funding away from teenage mothers, and she takes funding away from special needs kids. You know, so she's kind of like, have all these babies, you know, but I'm not going to fund them, and I'm not going to help you out in any way. She wants to take away sex education from the schools when that's proven that that causes more teen pregnancy and more diseases and things like that. And I get that she's Christian, and I understand that. But in the same respect, you know, separation of church and state, which unfortunately is disappearing in this country, you know, and I just kind of have a problem with her because she doesn't have a lot of experience.
Speaking more on her lack of experience, being that we're going into an election period where an extreme amount of experience in foreign policy would be most needed, if she were have to take over the presidency, how well do you think she'd do?
Well, horrible. She doesn't really have any experience in Washington. She wasn't a congressman or a senator or a congressperson, so she doesn't have any experience there. She doesn't know the game. She doesn't know the players. She doesn't know what's going on. I don't think she'd really be able to push any legislation through, which would basically result in the cabinet having most of the power. You know, which it has a lot of power now, but it's pretty much like, it's like a figurehead, you know? So no, I don't think she'd do a good job. And having McCain to look up to, where he's just, you know, the king of the war machines, you know, let's go and let's invade another country so we can have more contractors and more people dying, and that's what he wants to do. It's not really a good person to look up to for advice on how to get things done in Washington. What?
So because of the media nowadays, really we only have 2 people running for president. So, I mean, there's 14 people on the ballot for running for president. You know, the way America is with the media, we know of 2, Obama and McCain. You know, thanks to the debates, you know, we had a small taste of Huckabee and Ron Paul and all the other minions. So considering that it's been whittled down to McCain and Obama, I mean, I'm not voting for either one of them. But who do you feel is more qualified to run the country?
I'm going to vote for Bob Barr. That's what I'm going to vote for.
But unfortunately, he's not going to win. You know.
You know what? I'm not going to. You know, there's no wasted vote, but I'm not going to vote for somebody I don't believe in. You know,
I appreciate that, but I mean, everybody knows it's going to be Obama or McCain who's going to be president. It doesn't matter. I mean, you could vote for the Communists, you could vote for the Green Party, you could vote for the Socialist Reform Party, you could vote, you know. It's either going to be McCain or Obama. Who do you think, out of those 2, who do you think is more qualified? I mean, you say Palin, you know, has no experience. I think she has more experience than Obama does.
I don't really think she does. Why do you think she has more experience than him?
Well, she's held a government position as far as you know. As I think it was Giuliani had said. You know, Obama hasn't. You know, he's a community organizer. He hasn't even had the opportunity to run a 4-H club.
Well, he's also had a lot of experience, you know, this whole past 2 years running for this office. You know, he's learned a lot through that. I'm not really advocating voting for Obama, but I mean, that does teach you a lot how to do the game and talk the talk. And I know that I hate to say that you shouldn't be doing that you should be, you know, Dr. No or, you know, like Ron Paul and like try and, you know, buck the trend and be different. But let's look at our choices. You know, if you're looking at the Republican or Democratic candidate, and I want somebody who's not going to take us into another war because I don't want to have a draft. I don't want my boyfriend or my brother to get drafted. So that's that.